All right, last war of the season. We've matched NEFTI. NEFTI does not need the win to place third, nor will the loss matter, just because of their record so far. So it doesn't matter to them. Win or loss, they're going to be third. We, however, need to clear with less than 3 deaths. We are 3 attack bonus ahead of Salty, so we do still need to push this war. Starting out on path 2, I have this Weapon X here, going to be taking him with Warlock. I was unsure whether or not to use a Power Start 1 or a Invuln. I opted for the Power Start 1, put Suicides on. And basically, I push him to this point. I don't want to get my infection up because I don't want to power drain him. I want him to go into this mode. And then I get hit there. And yeah, so intercept with the special 2, into special 3, drop the special 3, and it's going to finish him off. I like to make my last war of the season as difficult as possible on myself. I don't know why I do it, but I do it. So I'm going to get hit a decent amount in this war, and I have a relatively big war. I have like 7 fights with lots of mastery changes, etc. But that's mainly because Fur and Tala conspired against me to give me so many mastery changes. At least that's what I think. Nah, I'm just fucking around. It just worked out that way. Next up is Sim Spidey on Sadist. Now, I considered playing this with regular hits to give him as little debuffs as possible. And then I was like, fuck it. Let's get froggy and get a little dangerous. And let's just build him up to 20 ruptures with a wither, and then let's just run away for a really long time and not take any blocked hits, because I'm not really sure what a blocked hit would do at this point with 21 debuffs. He has 50% increased attack per debuff. That's a lot of fucking... That's like 1,050% increased attack. So I'm just waiting it out. I don't want to give him a special 1 because I don't want to take it on block. And now I'm going to push him over and pop him. Figured I'd get risky, though. Next up is Bishop on path 6. Plan for this one, Invuln, Suicides. So another mastery change. Thank you, Fernando. Going to push him to special 3 if he doesn't have willpower. But this one does have willpower. And I am just going to turtle after I push him over a bar of power. Don't want him throwing a special. So 4-hit combo turtle, get to my special 2, and cycle special 2s basically. I'm pretty sure this Bishop has Pierce on, which is why I've lost so much freaking health. Thank you, Tala, or Claude. Claude was with us for a while before he left and went to NEFTI. And Bishop goes down. Next up is Maw. Now this is just a 6-star R5, not an R2, which I was actually kind of happy about because NEFTI has a pretty crazy defense. And this AI, bro, this AI gave me some trouble this fight. He didn't want to back up. So I was like, well, fine, asshole. If you don't want to back up, we're just going to do regular hits. Approaching Falter, have to wait it out. And I'm trying to bait this special 1 out of him. Going to heavy counter it so that I can turn off his Black Tongue counter thingamajiggity. Going to counter this one as well. Keep it turned off. He doesn't want to back up still because he's an asshole. Finally he does. I can start hitting his block. Give him a bar of power. Now by the time he throws this, the counter is going to be back up and at it, and I'm not going to have time to knock him down before Falter would trigger. So I just waited out. And then knock him down here, and then get a nice little special 2 intercept to finish it. Next up is Power Snack Havoc. I was given the option to take this with S99 or Warlock. And because I took it last time with S99, I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'm going to take it with Warlock. Either way, I got to switch masteries because I have a Warlock fight after this one anyway. So I was like, nah, screw it. So, plan for this one. My armor gets nullified in the beginning, but right there, I triggered Power Snack with my Dex right before my armor was going to come back, so that when my armor came back, I could keep it. And now that it is back, the fight's 100% under control. I don't have to worry about his plasma. And I put an invuln on just in case he was going to special 3 me. So I used an invuln for Bishop. I used an invuln for this one that's going to transfer over into the Sauron fight. And I'm going to use an invuln for the boss. I kind of said fuck it to the power stings just because I knew that I was probably only going to throw like 2 specials. And next up is this fight. Now, they asked me if I could do it, and I was like, yeah, sure. It's just parry heavy. Famous fucking last words. This fight is no longer a parry heavy fight without the prowess, power, tactic, the armor crap, because you can't remove prowess. So it's going to get interesting. And he's going to... So now he has unblockable, so I have to kind of wait that out. Not get hit by it. I'm not really going to have access to specials because of high energy diet. So if I happen to reach a special 2, cool. So basically, my plan was parry heavy when I can. Try to keep him as power drained as possible. Just watch out for when he has unblockable, which is when he reaches a certain level of prowess that have triggered or have not triggered due to chance kind of thing. So now he has it. I have to let him run in to trigger it, and then I have to run away from him while he has it, and then I can go back to parry heavy. Now, the fight's going to be 100% under control until he gets down to about 20%. He's actually going to catch me on a dash back with 2 hits and burn 2 hits of my invuln. Now, it's still in control at that point, but then I decide to get cute and make things difficult for myself, and I go for a special 2 intercept like a moron while he's unblockable rather than just waiting out the unblockable and using my special afterwards. And I had Dex at the time triggered, so right here. Nope, coming up right here. Trigger, Dex, go to dash back, he goes unblockable, hits me. Now I have Dex triggered, so I can't hit before I throw the special 2, so I'm like, oh, special 2 intercept. Dumbass. I eat a combo, and now I'm like, ah, fuck. I have now just made things so much more difficult for myself. Luckily, I had a relic, and I was able to use that and finish it off. Alright, last up is round 5 Photon boss with S99. So, because this is the last fight of the season, and I like to make things difficult for myself, as well as the game likes to make things difficult for me in the last war of the season, I am going to get a crazy lag spike. She's going to come running in, the entire screen is going to pause, and then I'm going to come out of the lag spike with her hitting my block. You're going to see it in a moment here. Well, not quite in a moment, but it is coming up very soon. So, start to get into the rhythm. She was a little bit aggressive, but now she's starting to back off, so I can build ruptures. Throws her special, evade it, yada yada. I think it's coming up in a second here. Right there. Boom. Whole screen just fucking stopped. Like, what the fuck? Needless to say, I definitely shit myself a little bit when that happened. And, yeah, I mean, I made it out of it, no issues. This one is going to be a bit longer for me. I think it was just because it was the last fight of the season, and I was like, all right, I'm not fucking around in this one. After the Sauron fight and how, not last season, but the season before went on the final boss fight of the season, I tried to rush things, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take my sweet old fucking time with this and just make sure that I do it right. Near the end of the fight, I am going to take some blocked hits, and they are going to do a good amount of damage, but I am not going to take any regular hits, and I am going to end up getting her down, which is all that matters. But it's the same strategy that I've used prior. Hit block, build ruptures, punish heavies and special ones, and try to throw my special 2 when I know it's going to push her over a bar of power. I'm going to use my relic twice in this fight to apply exhaustions, just so I can get that extra debuff for when I use my specials. And yeah, that's the gist of it. So I'm going to let it finish up, and I will be back. So we ended up winning this one. We went 150-0 just to kind of take our destiny into our own hands and control it there, and make sure that we didn't have to worry about Salty dying or any bullshit like that in order to win the season, which was nice to do. It was a strong performance. Congrats to all the GT guys who are getting their first War Champ. It's, I mean, winning it anyway is special, but that first one is always the best. Congrats to Salty on second place, and congrats to NEFTI on making podium. I know that you guys have been pushing that for a while, and it's always really cool to do. And congrats to everybody else who made the rank and position that they were going for. And that's all she wrote for now. Thank you very much for watching.